exercise coming in!
Lock up!
Everyone will live in hope that the trial will go their way. And then there's that dawning realisation it hasn't. You're going to prison.
Some of them are still in shock that they've been sentenced.
The first time you come in here, you just never forget.
It's scary. My heart was in my mouth, I was shaking.
I don't think you realise what the prisoners actually go through behind closed doors.
People say it's a holiday camp, but it's not.
Ready for your bed and tools, guys?
They just count the days down till they get out. Buzzing for it, buzzing to get out.
One for liberation.
You feel like going on your hands and knees and kissing the pavement.
The smells stick with me. If you've not been at work that day and you go and meet your friend from work for lunch, the jail smells on their jumpers and their fleeces or whatever. And it's just cigarette smoke, especially when you've got all those men living together and smoking and whatever.
I managed to wangle a spare duvet, which I folded up and lie down underneath, put underneath me. But I'm really looking forward to moving back to my double bed, because that's really what I find I need.
This will be Richard's final 24 hours in prison.
I'm not ashamed of the fact that I'm here. I feel it's political, not criminal, the case against me. I was convicted for growing and supplying cannabis, and that was a 2-year sentence. Personally, I think they were wrong to do so. I would like to see cannabis legalized. It holds the chance of a cure for many of the diseases that we live in this world, but it gets a very bad press. And growing cannabis seemed like a completely logical way of providing me with an income and providing me with the marijuana that I've consumed happily for the last 40 years.
Richard told me he was growing marijuana. A lot of it was for personal use, and he was approached by someone who was wanting to buy it off him. He says, no, that's not the route I want to go down. This guy picked the phone up, put me into the police, and that's ended up here.
I'll tell the whole world, yeah, that's what I do. I believe in it. It's a political, and here I am, I'm locked up, and all those people who are watching, they pay $55,000 a year for being in here. Right. Well, for me to be in here, you know, is that really what they want? No, isn't it time to make marijuana legal? You know, I think it is.
You've obviously thought about it, no?
No, I haven't that. Catch you in the morning, John. My political diatribe. When I was 18, I was living with my parents. They walked into my bedroom and they discovered a bundle of African cannabis. My father said, had I bought it or had I grown it? And he was quite angry that I'd bought it as opposed to having grown it. So I took my lessons from that, and I've grown cannabis ever since.
Richard is a classic case of just anybody can break the law and anybody can end up in prison. As much as prisoners are individuals, you do get a broad type for whatever background reasons, whether it's socioeconomic, addiction issues they have. So you are used to seeing them fit in a certain type. Richard smashed that mould. He's very different from the general prisoner you would see within Greenock, especially short-termers.
Part of my privileged upbringing meant that I was at boarding school from the age of 4, and being in an institution such as a prison has a lot in common with being in a boarding school, but it's a lot easier, it's a lot better than that. Compared with the boarding schools that I was at, the warders and the prisoners are not allowed to beat you, which made a big difference. I spend my time reading thrillers, police stories. Perfect jail book, it's sort of 1,000 pages long.
As it's his last day here, Richard is permitted back into the prison library to return the books he has borrowed.
That's us. Thank you for this. Last time, hopefully. Coming out tomorrow afternoon. Well, 12 o'clock tomorrow, yeah. So I'll be looking forward to get back to that. Go and see the dog. I've had lots of time to be in various different places, been around the world a couple of times, worked with various different operations, organizations. I'd really like to set up my next business, but without access to the internet and without access to a technical library, I can't actually do anything as it happens until I get my freedom back. Well, it would be a shame to leave all these good books behind. No room on the shelf, so I'll leave those for the passman to put back on. And I can now leave. It's really starting to feel like I will be getting out soon. One sleepless night and then I'm away.
Somebody pick you up?
Nope.
No. Busting in the ferry?
Busting them ferry, yep. When I'm released onto what they call a tag, colloquially. And if I'm not inside the doors of my flat by 4 o'clock, then I am in breach of my bail conditions and I will be back in jail for the further 18 months serving out the rest of my sentence. It's not a simple bus ride. There's a 40-minute stretch of water that has to be crossed. The ferries are frequently subject to mechanical problems, and if the wind is blowing in the wrong direction, the ferry can't operate that day anyway. If I don't get it right, then I'm in trouble. I chose to live in one of the most beautiful parts of the world. I spend all day surrounded by resonant concrete spaces with no outlook. I'd like to go and actually walk under the trees, go and see the change of the seasons, the natural life, the birds arriving, the beauty that is out in the world. Bit of contraband, which I'll put in the atlas to be discovered by someone who comes next. You're not allowed nail files in the prison, and so I got a bit of sandpaper there from the joiner's shop for doing my nails. Due to be done again, but I get out tomorrow and I can have a shower and clip them down and file them off when I get home. I owe one of the warders a thank you note, and so I appreciated the efforts he made on my behalf. He always made sure that life was pretty good. It just makes it formal, lets him know that I did appreciate what he did for me.
If you get a prisoner of Richard's ilk, shall we say, a lot of guys go to them with help, with letters, with education, because they know here's a well-educated guy, he can help me with this.
I'll put that in an envelope to him and he gets that tomorrow. I've had my celebratory last meal. I read my book, I go to sleep. And when I wake up, that was my last night in prison. All the best now.
It's the morning of Richard's liberation. He was convicted for intent to supply cannabis.
Meeting up with my son, who's coming up to celebrate my release. He wrote me a letter asking what I wanted for my celebratory release meal. And I chose roast chicken. I think I'm tempted to close the door and get changed into my my final clothes. So if you don't mind, I'm going to just do that in privacy. I think I'm ready to go. I've got my personal gear. I've left everything else in the cell, all the stuff for washing and that. I've stripped my bed down so it's not too much work.
You're not going back to your garden again,
toilet? No, no. I got, that's a mugs game. I'll leave that one alone now.
202.
Thank you for everything you've done, you guys. Send my best regards to the team.
Was it worth putting them in jail? Probably, because we all need to we can't just do what we want. There is rules, we've all got to act within the guidelines, so we all know what we should and shouldn't do. He knew what he was doing was illegal, so at one point he should have expected to be caught. Was it the crime of the century? Probably not, but I'm not a judge. I deal with them when they get here.
Excellent, much appreciated.
So how long's that you were with us?
Oh, just the 6 months.
Just the 6 months.
But it felt less than that, so a testament to the care we get in here. Oh yeah, totally looking forward to getting out, all right. See you later then. Or not, supposedly.
Hopefully not.
There we go. You'll have to point me right to... Yep.
What's the plans for today then?
Oh, straight back home. I'm worried about that. Getting that tag fitted and well, we've got 4 hours, so that's enough time to do it, but not much spare. We got 1 hour spare, you know, so not used to going out this gate. Will I be back in here? I can't guarantee that I won't. If I snap that tag when I'm asleep, I come back in here for 2 years. If I fall behind on my council tax, I'm back in here for 2 years. It's not very difficult to get back into prison. It's only quite difficult to stay out of it.
Phew.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Great. That's the sort of different smell on this side of the wall. So I'll be looking forward to smelling a bit more of that freedom in the future. That's great. Really good to get out. Well, I've got to go and catch my bus, so I'll see you all soon. Thanks for that.
Cotton Vale reception.
Cornton Vale is the only all-female prison in Scotland and has recently welcomed a brand new governor.
I have always wanted to work in the women's estate, so this for me, this is the high point of my career, working in Cornton Vale. I have to say I've had a fantastic welcome from the women and from the staff. I know I'm in because the women have started speaking to me like a normal person, you know, so I've had a all right Rona doll, and that's absolutely fine by me. All right. All right. I think the thing that drives me in working in prisons is to remember that it's a there but for the grace of God situation for all of us. Life is such that you never know when something terrible is going to trip you up. So I think it's retaining your humanity is the important thing.
Okay, you happy? Anything else you need happening?
Love.
Come on, babes.
I'd always wanted to be a prison officer when I was younger, but when I was starting out in the workplace, it was a height restriction, and so I just kind of gave it up as a kind of dream. And then I became 40, and I says, I'm just going to go for this. So I got through all the stages and got the job. I was so excited.
Yeah, well, it's all down to training, but you'll get that eventually. You'll pick it up. See, years ago when you first started the job, Julie, you were given a set of keys and said, there's 20 prisoners up there, go on with it. So it's never changed.
I trained as a beauty therapist, and I'm proud to say I got 10 merits in Student of the Year.
Jules, you're looking lovely today. After you.
Today there's a new admission.
What's your name? What's your date of birth?
Gemma.
You understand what happened today, aye?
Drinking, fighting, shouting. But I had a good behaviour order, and that's what got me for a breach. I'm serving 10 months in Cornton Vale for aggravated breach of the peace.
Does it resonate correctly? It's good. Feel a bit happier.
Fuck, I was sitting at the freezes.
They come in with G4S staff with a warrant why they're here, because you have to have a warrant before you can hold anyone. There's always 2 officers in reception, so one goes through their property and then one goes through their personal details.
We'll put any money at your phone?
No, I'm not.
And then they see the nurse.
Right.
1 minute you could be doing what you're supposed to be, and then they'll change it as they want to, and you've never... It's just a routine in here, and the food. It's rank.
I'm glad I can sing, I'll tell you.
A lot of women are angry when they come in at first. They're angry that they've come to jail. They're angry at their lives as well. They're angry that their lives have led them to this. Some of them will be angry at what they see as being the injustice of having been taken to court or arrested or convicted or whatever it may be. That's why a lot of women kick off in places like reception.
Having been in many times, Gemma knows the staff well.
Good here. There you go. Oh, Gemma! I know Gemma. Let's go in. What have I done to my heat?
Looks weird.
Eh?
Your hair looks weird.
My hair's growing, that's what it is.
That's right.
Usually shaved in. What are you doing this time?
You get 10 months.
Result?
Right.
Result?
Aye.
Aye, no.
Aye.
Aye. Excellent, then. Glad you're happy.
At the start, when I was a prison officer, no, I didn't have any empathy as far as I was concerned. There was no grey areas in life. It was black and white. So if you broke the law, you served the sentence. Now, there is people who I feel They've committed a crime, but their circumstances are horrendous.
Great.
My gran, she's just to it now, she doesn't bother with it all anymore. She's seen it all with my mum and other members of my family. She doesn't want it for us, because my wee brother as well, he's doing a sentence, so my mum's usually here.
Right. Is this your first time in custody? Well, I can answer that one for you. No.
My first time I came in, I was wild. I just didn't care about anything. I was running riots and everything. Now I just want to get the head down, get working and get out.
Do you feel vulnerable within the prison system? No, you're quite happy. You know people anyway, don't you? And you know if you need any help, you come and speak to the staff.
Well, life for me is easier in here. So it is. Before, I'm not so bad now outside, but before I just couldn't handle it outside. I hated it. I hated responsibility, I hated anything. Tons of that now.
What?
There's tons of it now.
It's a new system that they're doing, just to make sure that we cover all bases for you, and make sure that you're all right with your first night in custody before you progress. Are you interested in attending or hearing more about learning skills training in prison?
No.
No.
But they're trying to explain everything to you what to do in the jail and that, and it's just going in one ear and out the other. You're just want to like suss everybody out first and see. Do you know what I mean? You're just not listening to them.
Have you ever been in a situation where you responded angrily and as a result came into contact with the law?
Yep.
Yes, you have.
People watching is our business and body language is our business. So you learn very quickly the emotions that the person's going through.
Would you be interested in finding out about how to manage your anger more efficiently?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be interested in an anger management programme?
Anger management's a big part because it's hard for everybody to control their anger. So that has to be done. And then there's the subtle things like actually teaching somebody how to deal with their day-to-day things. I mean, a lot of the girls haven't been taught the basic skills.
I need my clothes folded.
Gemma.
Oh, seriously, what size are these? They're like pens.
Seriously, look at the size of them. What size are you?
Wee one. This block, the Bronx, man. You never know what's happening in this one. Aye, you try to be wide. In here, they just don't give a shit. Get some crackpots in here.
Good night, girls. Two in. Cheers. Could you lock Unit 1, please? Unit 1 secure. Thank you.
Seeing what's happening in here all the time, and I've not really been out long enough to give myself a chance to even try anything, because I've been in here for so long. I probably have more friends in here than I do out there. Because in here, they're more loyal to you in here, and you see the real person instead of they're hiding behind their drink and all that outside. But in here, you can see the real them.
It's Brian's last 24 hours in prison.
I hate this place. The worst place in the world to be. Right, sentenced to 11 months because of a serious assault, a punch. Shouldn't have done it. I regret it all. Keep on saying to my girlfriend that I shouldn't have went out. I should have listened to her and stayed in. It's the first time I'd been out in years. I don't drink, and I go out for a night out and drink and end up in here. You got a smoke? Nothing? First time I'm back in 8 years, and I swore I'd never come back, but this time I will not be back. Sitting going to visit, seeing my girlfriend there, seeing her walk away, and I can't go with her. When she's down and feeling miserable, I can't be there to support her. What are you doing after here? Missed my son too much, missed my girlfriend too much. Seen how much it's hurt them, seen how much it's hurt my granda, and my mum and my dad. Missed my brother's wedding because of it. It's not good. Get sentenced in court. When the judge gave me my sentence, turned around and I seen my brother's face. He just shook his head and he left court. It felt as if the whole world sunk in on us.
No, it's just these two. Just two now, all days now. Hold on now. Hold on now.
People say it's not tough. Don't know if I'm just a different type of breed. That I'm emotional and I can't help how I feel inside or out. It's hard. It's not a good place to be.
Brian is preparing for his Liberation Day tomorrow.
I don't want to treat this like my home. My life is not in a prison cell. So that's why I just have my pictures. That's it, nothing else. I've got posters and that down there to put up, but I've never done it. I just don't want to do it. This isn't my house. I can't turn this into somewhere I want to be, because I don't want to be here. I want to be on the outside, so.
Brian has just one more night away from his family.
Went to my haircut on Friday, so I can get out. And all I need to do is pack up the rest of my stuff. And that's me ready to go. I can't wait. I don't even know if I'm going to sleep tonight.
It's the morning of Brian's liberation.
It's finally here. Goodbye, view. I'm excited to go out and see my partner and excited to go and pick my son up for school. He's excited for it too, he can't wait. Aye. Calm down. Aye.
Must be joking, eh?
I've been to sleep with mine, man. Right. See you later on, mate.
Brian's got 2 hours to wait until he'll be allowed to walk free.
I've made a lot of mistakes in my time, but That's the biggest one. Getting taken away from my family. I took so much for granted, and being in here, I see it. See what I miss. Not going to pick my son up for school, sitting days homework with him, take him to play football, take him swimming. I miss it all. Could you be able to phone over for us?
They know you're waiting.
Waiting? I'm itching, scratching. No nails left. I'll not be back, man. Definitely not. I can't let my son go down the route I went down in life. I could have had a good life, an amazing life, but I chose the wrong one. Don't ever want to be taken away from him again. So I just need to screw it up this thing. Think it'll be alright to take my stuff down to the front desk and wait? No, just one bag. I have changed. I've thought a lot more about things and how I'm supposed to treat people. I like to have a life my brothers have got. My 3 brothers, they all work. They've all got steady jobs, and that's what I want. Everybody's got a bad bit in them, but you never judge a book by its cover, never. I've done more good than what I've done bad, and I'm not really a bad one. Is that me now, Graham? Aye, it's me now. Yes. Right, Tom. See you later.
All right, bye.
Cheers. Right, I'm off. Right. See you later. See you later. Been able to walk down them stairs and out that door with my track guitar up and my own t-shirt on instead of having to wear one of these t-shirts. It's going to really be good.
I thought it does you justice. Makes you look better than you are.
Cheers.
212, the reception.
When the prisoner's sentence is finished, their date of liberation, they're brought up to reception. They bring all the property with them. My job is to make sure that the person being liberated is the correct person.
Looking forward to it.
There you go, pal. Just right through, and then go and sit in the big box on the left-hand side.
No problem. I can't wait to go and get a proper meal. A Chinese. A beef satay chow mein. Oh, aye.
Right, Brian, come on up.
Be able to have a normal cup of coffee too. Aye, a proper mug instead of these plastic ones.
It's your licence. We give a liberation grant, and that is to tide them over for the first 7 days on release until they are able to make their appointment with the benefits agency.
What's your plans today? What are you up to?
Get up the road to get my missus and then go down to town and see my granny. I said to my granny I'd pop down to Binga and see her, so going to nip down there, see my granny, and get home and sit and have a chill out night with my girlfriend and my son. Is there any chance you can phone a taxi for us?
I'll phone you one for release, you're right.
Cheers. Every time I've been in here, it's off through a drink.
Cleared then?
Aye.
Good for you.
No way today now, stay off the drink.
Hello there, can I get a taxi to Greenock Prison in 15 minutes, please?
Cheers, Robert.
We will take the liberation to the gate area, who do a secondary check.
What's your name?
Brian.
To make sure again that this is the correct person that's being liberated.
Hey Ryan, that's you off the system now, okay? So
Okay.
you're ready to go.
Alright.
After these checks are done, we would liberate them back into the community.
Right, see you later.
I can't put myself through this. Again, I can't put my family through it. I need to pick my family instead of drink, so my family come first.
A prisoner, Louise, is just about to finish her sentence at Greenock.
Got the butterflies in the room, my head's at the gate. I can't wait to get home.
Louise has served 2 months for breaching her community service.
The last time I was in, I think it was a breach again. No serious things, for God, thank God.
Since arriving, Louise has worked in the joinery workshop.
So I'm in cleaning the toilets, like Davy and Bobby's office. Like tidy around the machine, like wash around the machine, but obviously when people's knowing it, so they're not falling. But it's a good workshop.
You ready to put that stuff through? It's just the same as what I was asking you today this morning. Louise started about 2 months ago. She wasn't confident to start with, working on machinery, so we gave her a job as a passwoman, put her at ease a wee bit. Remember the safety buttons and that? And she's moved on from there since then. She's grown confidence and she started to work machinery.
Louise has one of the most coveted jobs in prison.
A lot of people want the job. The normal wage in here is $13.20, but like say, if the tables and that are done for the end of the week, you get an extra £5. So that's you're walking out here with £18 a week, which is the highest paid job in the jail.
I hope we don't see Louise back, but you never know. If I had £1 for every time somebody says I won't be back, I'd be a rich person.
Also inside is her mum, Donna.
Mama's been in for 3 years now. She's a good woman, Donna. She's in for attempted murder right now, and her ex-partner.
So how old were you when your mum first went to jail?
I think I was about 9 or 10. I just remember her getting away and getting took away with the poles, the screws, whatever. Just remember like coming up and like say having to get when they're coming through like say the scanners and things like that, to go up the stair to see Mama and like her going away was hard. Didn't like it. It's had an impact on myself because look where I'm now. I'm in prison. Because I'm looking up to a role model supposed to be. I could have done better things in my life instead of being in and out of jail. It's not a life to be in and out of jail.
I haven't even met her myself. All I know is I'm meeting her at the gate, well, after I do it now, and she's just...
Tomorrow morning, Louise will be freed.
Right, well, I need to go because this is my mum's credit I'm on.
She calls her partner to tell him.
Remember to take the keys out of the door so I can get in case you're still in your bed. Right, my way. Goodbye.
She used my phone.
7:40 in it. Yeah, bastard. Saying she wrote to my ma, I think that'll be hard. Knowing that she's left in here and I'm out the gate. But in the other one, I think she'll be happy for me as well.
For Louise, freedom is close. But she still has one last night locked up in her cell.
Louise has been in 3 or 4 times over the period of, say, the last 3 years, while her mum has been here for shorter sentences.
Where is my mum?
But unfortunately keeps on coming back.
You better stay out.
I will stay out this time.
Louise has 3 children of her own.
I'm going to start doing my social work and that and I go outside to see contact and that again with my 3 boys.
4 years ago, her children were taken off her.
When I had the veins, I was drinking quite a bit. And then the social work says to me, right, Louise, we're going to remove the children and your sister. That was fine, because my drinking was getting out of control. I think that's the best thing I've done, because I'm getting the good upbringing, school every day. I do regret it, but I know they're safe. You're mad.
Over the years, we have had numerous members of the same family in prison, whether it be fathers, sons and daughters, mothers. I don't know what the solution is. We keep on coming up with new initiatives to try and obviously help them out, but when the people get back out of the community, they're going to the same areas, they're mixing with the same people. It's hard for them to get away from and break the cycle.
It's time for Louise's liberation.
You better write me a letter. I will. Smell nice, what are you on? My children. And I need to get a bag for my wee stuff. All right, see you later. Cheerio.
Right, mind, stay out. I'm telling you, I don't want you to hear the back. Right. Get me a jacket.
Right.
When people are liberated, a lot of them are very nervous.
Do you want to wait here till they come, or do you want to get processed and head over and wait over
I'll
there?
wait there and wait,
Right,
Robert.
You come out first.
A common expression for this is fevered up, because they have gate fever of actually being liberated.
We've not been here before, eh?
Ah, no, Robert.
How are you this morning, all right?
Aye, all right.
Right.
When the liberation comes to reception, we will identify each person individually. We will also get the property that's been stored in reception reissued to them.
We'll need this morning.
Oh, I know, is it
Quite bad, actually, yeah.
We have workers from the community who have prior arranged to pick up, or our through care officers within the prison would take them out to their initial appointments when they're released.
9 o'clock, she was meant to be here.
She'll be there for you. She'll be there.
Just better be.
She will be, darling.
She's a worker that supports, like, say, housing, benefits and things like that. And I am ready this time to put the work in place, like for my kids this time.
But Louise is having a problem meeting her through care worker.
No, but it is right, I just get libbed, right? I'm waiting on a woman for Shine, but she's not came up. She came, right, she's meant to be here from 9 o'clock. She's not here. Is there any chance she could just get him there at the reception and ask Robert just to give us a travel warrant? You get him?
Right, I'll check.
We can only do and offer a certain amount of support. There needs to be a lot put into it by the person or cell when they're leaving.
Apparently they just phoned into reception, he said I'm waiting outside for you somewhere.
Right, so I have to go there and...
Somebody's there, I don't know who it is, to be honest.
Right, I'll go out and see, right? Fucking joke, this place. Could be any motor, fuck's sake.
As soon as they go outside, certain circumstances can change or alter the way they're going to move forward with their life, and ultimately can then send them back to jail again.
With that woman.
Saw you standing there, highway broken down. Thought I'd pull over and help you out. Halfway nowhere, what you doing here? In these silent hills all by yourself. I know this feeling, we could fly together. Here go my